Hello my friends, I'm just out at Seb's RC shop. Today we're going to go in and do a little shop tour. As you know, Seb is supporting the LMRCC and their Rampage event. Hello Seb.
Hello.
We're here to do a little shop walkthrough to help support the people that support us. So maybe you might want to introduce yourself, let us know how you got into RC, what you're doing in RC now, and give us a little shop tour. You up for that?
Sure.
All right.
I'm Sebastian, owner of Seb's RC shop. Store started in 2007. It's a bit of an extension of Race Tech Hobbies, where I used to work with Roger Brown. How did I get into RC? I was always interested in RCs, and one evening driving home, a little RC car passed me. I was going 50 with my real car, and some little car passed me going 70. So I was like, oh my goodness. I pulled over, I turned around, and I made the guy an offer he couldn't refuse, and I bought that Tamiya vehicle off of him, not knowing that it's Tamiya brand. I just had to have it, so I bought my first RC car, and then I found out there is
What year was that?
hobby shops. 1998.
1998.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's,
A
what is
while
that?
ago.
That's like almost 30 years in the hobby.
Yeah, you can say that, I guess. Yeah.
Imagine throughout the years you've done a lot of things.
Oh, I started racing. I heard about on-road racing, so I started on-road racing.
You got an on-road car down here, don't you?
There is a few on-road cars, yeah.
Let's take a look.
Oh, there's some in the display case here.
Here we go. Go on.
So yeah, I started on-road racing, and I did that for about 5 years, and then I heard about off-road, so then I started off-road racing, but I gave up on-road for that. There's not enough time to do off-road and on-road. That's a paint job from 2005. It won Best Paint Job Award. I think I was at the Kamloops race, Winter Classic, whatever they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some off-road buggies there. Some 8-scale.
This used to be Ethan's Losi buggy. I had a sponsored kid that used to race representing the shop, but he gave up racing many years ago.
I actually ran into him not too long ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
he came up to me, remembered me. I forgot who he was because he's all grown up now.
Awesome. Yeah, so he gave me back. He wanted to run Losi. I raced Mugen most of my life. All my trophies are won with Mugens.
Yeah.
But I'm racing Ethan's old buggy. I think
Nice.
it's 15 years old by now.
Yeah, probably.
It's a Losi 8 3.0.
Wow.
And
The
I had this
3.0.
brand new 3.0 as a kit for in a box for 8 years, and I finally built it this year.
Finally built it.
Yeah, well, it's not finished, but the chassis is done.
You gonna race it this year?
Well,
Next year?
It's technically spare parts.
You're
for this
taking that to
car.
Big Barn, right? Next year?
One
Yeah.
day I'll do the
Yeah.
Big Barn,
I'll pit for you.
There's going to be a lot of upset people.
I'll pit for you. I'll pit for you. You got some crawler stuff over here. And I don't know if any of you guys know, but out of Seb's RC shop came a Chris S. suspension design many years ago that was stormed the internet.
Chris S. is like a friend of mine. He's a dirt biking friend of mine, and he developed. He's a suspension fanatic, and this is essentially a dirt bike suspension linkage in the rear end. So you're no longer twisting the balls in the shock. You're actually, the twisting is happening here, which is somewhat infinite. It's only the 4-link complete twist that limits it, but it's just a cool design.
It is cool. There's some older videos around on Seb's channel if you want
about from 13, 15 years ago.
if you want to look at it.
Yeah, Seb's RC, 6 letters on YouTube.
Don't even ask. I don't think he'll build it for you anymore.
No, I don't do many things anymore.
Yeah. You got nice selection, lots of selection of parts and whatnot.
Yeah, it's mostly Traxxas because they seem to make the most complete vehicles without errors. There's a lot of brands out there that we're no longer willing to stock because their vehicles are too incomplete and too many issues.
Right. Well, you also got to carry what sells, and I'm sure
Well,
Seb could
yeah.
order you in pretty much anything that
Yeah,
you're looking for.
Yeah, quality is important to me, so that's why you don't see many things in here that I don't agree with in terms of quality. Those are some. That's one of the best vehicles. Losi used to make that Mini 8 and the Mini 8T. Of course, they stopped making it, which is very unfortunate. One of the greatest vehicles ever made.
Didn't Viterra make a rally car or something that was based off of that platform at one point?
Yeah. They did make two road car, actually, one rally and one off-road car.
Yeah.
Kalahari, they called it.
That's right. And the Kimura, I think, was the other one.
Yeah, the other one was like a Subaru-looking thing.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Tires, rock crawling, speed tires, belted tires, spare parts for the things that we sell.
Yep.
I get a lot of people coming in with vehicles that I don't recognize the brand, and they're looking for spare parts. And unfortunately, I got to tell them, it's like, well, we don't sell spare parts for that brand. But a lot of people have to learn sometimes the hard way to do a little research. And
that's for sure.
Don't buy something you can't get spare parts for at the local shop, maybe.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. So, I want to thank you for supporting the LMRCC and the Rampage. I want to remind all the viewers that if they spend $30 in the hobby shop, get the receipt, pre-register, and you'll get a discount on your entry fees for Rampage. Thank you, Seb, for your time. I was wondering if you would, in closing, give us one of your secret hot setup tips.
Hot setup tips?
That nobody's allowed to know.
No one seems to do it, I think.
Your biggest secret.
Biggest secret?
Yeah, what is it?
I'm going to pick the best one out of the three in my head. Learn to drive. A lot of people spend a lot of money on titanium parts and whatnot, and they can't put together, well, essentially 5 minutes of driving. They crash every third lap or every second lap or every lap. So there's no point to waste your money on expensive parts if you don't learn to drive. So learn to drive.
Comes down to practice. Get out there and practice.
Learn to drive. There's many ways to learn to drive.
Yeah.
Like study it first and then practice.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Seb. Really appreciate it and your time and all the effort you put into the hobby for a lot of years. Remember, everyone, go to your local hobby shop. Support them.
Store hours are changing. June 2025. New store hours coming June 2025. So the old hours that we had for like the last 18 years are going to be no longer those hours. So look on Facebook, Seb's RC, 6 letters.
Pay attention.
YouTube, Seb's RC, 6 letters. Find it. And Google Seb's RC shop. We'll post the new store hours.
Yeah, right on. All right. I'll see y'all later. See you on the rocks.